I just walked! By the time I had realized it wasn't that bad.
Really? You said you were streaming for 15 minutes.
And I was! That was the best part! But it was like that one Spider-Man story, you know, lots of screaming in the beginning, but it was all wrapped up at the end, you know, real nice. And there was even a homeless guy!
Like the movie?
Well, yeah, but I was more so talking about a comic book story.
Oh, I think I only really saw the second movie. I don't know much about Spider-Man.
What? Oh, Doobie, you gotta know more about Spider-Man. What if a birthday party needs you?
Dizzy, I really don't...
It's time for a Spider-Man crash course, and we'll do it on the GBA. Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace is a platformer fun guy beat-em-up that came out in 2001. If you remember the old Spider-Man PS1 game and its sequel, this is a follow-up to those. The game was developed by Vicarious Visions, who not only made Spider-Man 2 on the PS1, but also developed several GBA Crash games, and even went on later to make the Crash Insane trilogy. What a bunion! This be a real simple game. You just gotta get to the end of the level and complete whatever objectives are there, and then you fight a boss. This is breaking news, where shit's all fucked up all the time. We have reports on biking, politicians that don't give a shit, and that stupid fucking dog won't shut the fuck up. In other news, when are you going to realize that you are the problem? Spidey can do a basic punch combo, shoot webs to tangle up enemies, and climb walls and swing around. I think the actual exploration and platforming is a bit more fun than the combat, because most of the time it's just... There are health pickups, refills for your web shooters, upgrades, and all that fresh shit. If you find it, you can even don the original Mark I spider armor. This armor was originally made to...
Dizzy, the last time you talked about Spider-Man, you went on about Captain Universe for 15 minutes when you were supposed to be...
Spider-Man originally built this armor to withstand high-caliber bullets. Besides Mark I, there are 3 others. The Mark II armor was built to compensate for when he lost his spider sense. Mark III was made to be really fucking strong. And Mark IV has tech equivalent to Iron Man. The Iron Spider armor is a set of similar armor, but it's not the same. In the end, it's all fucking armor. Anyway, you collect the armor, and it makes you stronger. Who guessed it? From what I heard, you can also unlock the symbiote suit, but I never managed to do that because A, I'm bad, and B, I had to filibuster that afternoon. I don't sell apples. So the Sinister Six are all running rampant around the city, and you gotta stop them. Mary Jane also needs a fishbowl. Level progression is non-linear. You can pick whichever stage you'd like to go. Me, I'll go with the default. Heading downtown, we fight through a crime wave, taking down mob members and facing off with Hammerhead. The leader of the Hammerhead crime family. After an accident, this guy had to have most of his skull replaced with a super steel alloy that makes his head super strong. In this, he'll shoot at you with his guns, call in more mob members, and rush at you with that forehead. The game is decently challenging, but definitely not impossible. Controls are responsive, and they work pretty well. You just have to be quick on your feet sometimes. We wipe the floor with Hammerhead, to which of course we have to follow him through another level, the nightclub. After catching up to him, a second battle ensues and he is defeated.
He sounds a little disappointing.
Yeah, he's like a B-tier villain, but you gotta appreciate those B-tiers.
I do appreciate you, Dizzy.
Next, I fucked off to the pier. This is a more vertical level with a lot more pits to fall in. Safely navigating through to the end, who else is lying in wait but Rhino? Alexei Sitsevich was a Russian mob member who volunteered to have chemical and radiation treatments that not only gave him super strength and speed, but also bonded an artificial skin to him that made him super duper. After turning on his creators, he used his new power to make a name for himself within the crime world. He just runs back and forth into the walls. After subduing the big gray fuck, next place to head was the museum, where we must face off against the deadly Ninja 5-0 and retrieve the stolen artifacts. This time, the guy we have to take on is Scorpion. Mac Gargan was a private investigator hired by J. Jonah to figure out how Peter Parker always gets such good pictures of Spider-Man. Obviously, being a normal fucking guy, he is unable to, so JJ hires him to be the subject of a new experiment that can give humans the abilities of animals. And seeing how the natural enemy of the spider is the scorpion, they choose that.
Actually, Dizzy, spiders have many natural predators like fish and...
He leaps around the walls, he tries to stab us with his big boy tail, and yeah, same as before, we bag him and head off to the next objective. Next level is Empire Metal.
Dizzy, I don't mean to be rude, but how much longer is this game? I really gotta get home soon.
Oh, why? John Romero is there?
Dizzy, I told you, I have to help my cousin pack tomorrow, and I want to get there before it gets too late. I don't want to deal with the goose again.
Oh, come on, Doobie, the ghost isn't real.
You only think that because you never actually go to see it.
Doobie, see what? It's a show. This whole thing is a set.
Dizzy, maybe here is a set, but there's way more you don't know.
Okay, Doobie, watch.
Dizzy.
Check it out, Doobie. Watch. Huh. See, Doobie. What the fuck? The show is real?
Yes, Dizzy, I told you several times about...
But that's not possible! I live in the hood!
You live in the middle of nowhere, Dizzy.
And all the events that have happened up until now, including locations, characters, and other gossip I heard at Martha's is real?
How can you do all this crazy stuff and not believe you inhabit a place?
Celine Dion, Next level is Empire Metals. Gotta crawl between the gears and metalworks to reach... Big wheel? Wheel? Oh, fucking big wheel. Fucking big wheel. Fucking big wheel. There are actually a few different versions of Big Wheel, but ultimately, it's a guy in a big fucking wheel. The first Big Wheel was Jackson Wheel, who got his wheel from the Tinkerer. You just walk up and beat the shit out of that wheel? Yeah, I thought this was like a puzzle boss. You'd have to maybe like knock some hot metal onto him or something, but no, Spidey just starts punching the fuck out of the guy. After he's dealt with, the wall crawler hurries to the nearby ChemCorp, where the power core is threatening to shut down. Jeez, what a fucking night for the guy. Ye old, gather around while I tell ye the tale of the man and the fish. Our story begins with...
Dizzy, I really don't.
Yeah, you know what, that's fair.
Avoiding the many exposed electrical wirings and radioactive shit, the deadly Electro greets us at the core. Maxwell Dillon was an electrical engineer and lineman who, working on a power line, he got all electrically fucked up and mutated into Electro, with the ability to generate and control electricity. One of the web slinger's deadlier adversaries. He'll try to zap us, dash into us, and electrify the whole area. But with his undefeatable will, Spider-Man once again pushes through. And that should be it. But oh no, Spider-Man is a forgetful fucking George who forgot to read the title of the game, and some silly shit's going down around the city now. Things are changing, and Mysterio waits for us in the amusement park. Quentin Beck was a special effects guy and a stuntman who had a job in Hollywood, and he wanted to become a bigwig in the industry, but soon came to see his job as worth very little. But, you see, Quentin was also a gifted illusionist, and he realized he could use that to make himself famous in a different way. A criminal way. So, as Mysterio, he uses his illusions to frame Spider-Man and other scary stories to tell in the dark. So he's hired all the villains we've encountered tonight and had them place his illusion machines all over the city. And the amusement park is no different. There are clowns and skeletons everywhere. But, seeing through the illusion, Spider-Man fights his way to Mysterio's lair, and a grand battle commences. He floats around shooting this at you. He creates clones of himself, so you have to find the right one. Unlike Billy from next door! He'll turn himself into the other Sinister Six members, except for Big Wheel. It's fucking Big Wheel! It's Big Wheel. It's Big Wheel, Ray! And use their attacks, and even turn giant. Soon the hard-fought battle comes to a close, and we stand on top. But then Mysterio gets away. But fuck the rest of that. Spidey's had enough of a night, and he needs the fishbowl. He heads home, and the credits roll. Wait, the developers put themselves in the credits? That's pretty cute. So there you have Spider-Man, Mysterio's Menace. It's simple, and it has a sort of strange Sinister Six lineup, but it's good. And there's not much more than that, it's just good. Don't harass me, you sick fuck.
Okay, I had fun. I mean, I wasn't really at first. This is the third time you invited me over and turned the entire thing into Spider-Man. I think I'd like to choose something to do next time, but still. I gotta hurry, Dizzy. See you around.
Alrighto, Doobie. As for me, I think another...
Alright, I've seen enough.
Oh! Hi! Are you a new friend who will listen to my endless bullshit?
Far from it. Last time you managed to get free, and my boss has no idea how.
Hey, Doobie, what now? Oh! Is this like one of those continuity serialization type things? We don't really do those here. I find that it confuses the new audience and stuff, so...
I don't care.
Yeah! Oh, this shit again. Haha! I already dealt with this before. You can't just...
There, now sit there and rot until we can deal with you permanently.
Hey, I forgot that extra controller I brought. Also, did you have an extra... Dizzy?